Welcome to Designing Your Life Today, the podcast designed for people who want to build a magnificent life, profitable business, and lots of wealth. Everything you desire is waiting for you to claim it. There's no creating involved, only invention through imagination and building through action. You are at the center of all your desires, dreams, and achievements. Welcome to Designing Your Life Today, the podcast that's all about your success, achieving your goals, building wealth through your business, and building your most passionate, powerful, magnificent life. Discover ways to use your purpose to connect you to serving others and living your dreams. I am Pat Council, and I know you are built by design to win. And it all begins with knowing how to tap into your success energy. Let's get on the path of discovery, decisive action, development, and unwavering dedication to your life's calling. It's time to embark on a transformative journey where your deepest passions become your most rewarding achievements. Embrace your power to shape your destiny, because this is your moment to do life with power. Hello, Power Up Nation. I am Pat Council, and I want to talk about the fact that you are stronger than you think you are. Now, this podcast is connected to my new book that's going to be coming out in November. And the title of that book is called Stronger. It is not available yet. However, I think we're going to do some pre-sales to make it available to you earlier. But along with those pre-sales, we're going to offer you some really nice gifts to go with it. So with that being said, though, let's talk a little bit about the fact that you're stronger than you think you are. The book Stronger, it is about why we face challenges and what you can do to overcome those challenges. It's about building your magnificent life and business by overcoming those challenges. So what is the big deal about challenges? Well, first of all, challenges, they don't feel good when you're going through them. And we can equate challenges a lot of times to problems. A lot of the problems in our lives, we don't have enough money and we keep trying to earn this money, or we had money at one point, we lost it all, and now we've got to make it back again. Or perhaps there's one point we were super healthy, and now all of a sudden not so much. Or what's the other one? Relationships. I had challenges with relationships. Relationship was going great, then all of a sudden, what happened? Something went wrong. Well, this brings about some kind of, let's say, I'm going to call it emotional turmoil. Something within us that causes us to wonder, why is this happening to me? And it doesn't feel good. And it makes us feel like we're not good enough. It makes us feel like that we are less than. It makes us feel like we are, let's say, taking a step down in life, or that we're actually not winning, or we're not winners. And so challenges aren't as bad as they seem. And I can talk about this because I think, like many of you, I don't know of anyone who hasn't faced a challenge throughout their entire life. In other words, that there won't be some type of challenges that pop up in their life, or have popped up in their life. And just when things are going great, it goes great for a while, and then bam, something challenges us, and we don't particularly like that challenge. So let's talk a little bit about that. And because in order to get beyond the challenge, you must understand that you are stronger. And we live in a time, and I wanted to talk about this now. So this is why I'm kind of using this podcast to announce my new book, Stronger, that's coming out soon. And as I said, we're going to do some pre-sales and make it available to you early, those of you that listen to the podcast. So we're going to make it available to you earlier, along with a few free gifts. But I wanted to talk about that because We're coming up on an election, and I listen to some of the conversations that people have, and they make it sound as though, oh, I'm so worried if this person becomes president. Oh, I'm so worried if he becomes president. Oh, I'm so worried if she becomes president. So one of them is going to be president, I guess. Somebody's going to do it. And here's the thing. They sound like, when they talk about this, as though they're putting the future of their life into someone else's hands. That these people who become president, that they're all of a sudden, we're going to get this new president that's going to come in and save us from everything, wipe away every challenge that we've ever had. All of a sudden, the sun is just going to look so much brighter. Everything's going to be more colorful. Life is just going to be, it's going to be worth living now because all the doom and gloom is gone. Now, don't get me wrong, and this is not a political episode. And however, it doesn't mean that we don't need to pick the right person, but that's not what this is about. This is about understanding that whatever challenges you're facing, no one is coming to rescue you. This is about you being stronger. This is about you recognizing that you are built by design to win, that you are here to do life with power. Now, in my book, Stronger, it's all about building your magnificent life and business by overcoming these challenges. Because here's the thing, on the other side of the challenges, then you know what? That's where kind of the sun is brighter, and that's where everything's more colorful. That's where you're more excited about life. That's where everything seems as though it is near perfection. Okay. So with that being said, let's talk a little bit more about challenges. One of the best things about challenges is that it's a great chance or opportunity for you to prove that nothing in life that knocks you down can keep you down. You can actually take the time to remind yourself that, you know what, no matter what unpleasant physically hurtful or emotionally debilitating challenge life throws at you, that you will bounce back because you now understand and embrace the truth that what? You are built by design to win. So this is why I'm always talking about being built by design to win. Our logo for my company, Power Up Nation, and you will sometimes see it. You'll see it on almost all of our books, and you will see it when on some of our podcast episodes, the actual posts, and you'll see it there. But it's a horse, which is a thoroughbred. It's a thoroughbred horse, and it looks like it has a halo behind its head, but that's actually a diamond. Okay, so it's kind of yellow. So that's actually a diamond, and it's a true thoroughbred. So a true thoroughbred, that's a winning horse. It's purebred. It's strong. It's resilient. And it is, born to win. So it's built by design to win. And the diamond is something that has gone through intense heat. Okay. And all of a sudden it started out as a lump of coal, which is kind of worthless, and it's gone processed through intense heat, and now it's a diamond. It has been shaped through the pressure of that intense heat. And that's how we are. Okay. Life brings us challenges, and we have to face these pressures, and we are built to do this. We're built by design to win. So that logo, I've had it forever. Okay. Once my company, was called True Thoroughbred Enterprises. And that was out of respect for one of my mentors who called me a true thoroughbred. And he said, you are without a doubt a winner. And this is before anybody had ever really, really drove that point home, and that I could be very successful in business. So I was brand new, knew nothing about business. And this was a great mentor. And so out of respect for him, once I actually kind of started making some things happen, and I started a a seminar company at the time, and it was called True Thoroughbred Enterprise. Actually, it was called Charles Thoroughbred Seminars first, and Charles was my dad's name, and Thoroughbred was a nickname that was given to me by my mentor. Then I changed it to True Thoroughbred once my dad passed away. So the point that I'm making is I've kept the logo the entire time. So now it's Power Up Nation, because this is not just about me teaching and doing workshops. This is about all of us understanding that it's time for us to power up, and it's time for us to recognize that no one is coming to rescue us. And so the object of the game is to understand that we are stronger than we think we are, but to also embrace the idea that we must be stronger. You must become stronger. If you want to have that magnificent life, if you want to have a profitable business, you must become stronger. So what does that look like? When we talk about being stronger, to have that magnificent life, that means you have the best health possible, you have great relationships, and it also means that you have the wealth of everything. And wealth is about more than just money. And I've shared this before. So it means that you have all of the above. But you say, okay, I don't have that. So if you don't, it means that you have to have that discipline and that strength to step up and learn what you need to learn. You also have to have the strength to take a good, honest look at yourself, not to beat yourself up, but to acknowledge what you need to improve on, and make the decision as to if you're going to do just that. So when we talk about building that profitable business, I shared on actually yesterday's podcast, I talked about 5 basics to master for a profitable business. Well, if you're having challenges in your business, if you're having challenges getting to profit level, or even earning money in your business, then those 5 basics, if you master those, then that's going to solve your issue. So that's going to get you beyond the challenge. So you will have completed that challenge. So when we hear about challenges, we have to remind ourselves what that really means. Now, if you look at the dictionary's definition, it says a call to take part in a contest or a competition, especially a duel. He accepted the challenge. But the thing is, it said, well, in this case, the only person involved in the challenge is me. Well, you know what? It's not just you. You're challenged. If you're having, let's say, money issues, then it's you versus building, increasing your income and building your own income. If you are having relationship issues, then the challenge is actually with the person you see in the mirror. Okay, so there's some things that you need to learn about yourself and how to have a healthy relationship with people, how to be in a healthy relationship, or how to recognize people who may be trying to engage you into a relationship that will eventually become toxic. So there's some things that you have to learn, things that you have to overcome. And so that's exciting if you think about it, when you can get beyond these challenges. Going through a challenge, that gives you the opportunity to really kind of take the lid off your positive expectancy. And I want to say this to you. If you are facing challenges as you're listening to this, first of all, I want to repeat this again. You are stronger than you think you are, and no one is coming to rescue you. Doesn't mean when I say rescue, it doesn't mean that you don't want to seek help in other areas. But you have to help yourself. You see, when you go for help, they're not rescuing you. What they're doing is they're kind of providing a path for you to take through information or whatever the mechanism is. Okay, so they're providing something for you so that you can become more informed, or so that you can understand what actions you need to take. So you have to rescue yourself. So you have to make that decision. So I guess when you get right down to it, the person who you are challenging is, well, new you versus current you or old you. Okay. So with that being said, your positive expectancy, it kind of opens up and it allows your mind to expand. So it's taking you somewhere great. And where is it taking you? It's taking you in the direction of becoming stronger. It's helping you to become stronger. It's helping you to tap into that wisdom you didn't even know you had. Have you ever overcome a situation and you thought, wow, I didn't know how I was going to get beyond that? And you feel confident. You feel almost euphoric. You feel strong. You feel smart. You feel capable. Your confidence has leveled up a bit because you got beyond something or you did something that you weren't quite sure you could overcome, that you knew how to do. So when it comes to challenges, it's important that you look at them for what they are. And they are simply tools designed to help you tap into that amazing power that you have within and to make that amazing connection to the ultimate power so that you can get the wisdom. The Bible says, if any man lacks wisdom, let him ask it of God. And so when we're faced with challenges, and usually almost instinctively, most people, even the people who claim to be atheists, not all of them, but most of them, the first thing they do is they call on God for help. And that's smart because they're calling on an infinite power, okay, and an unlimited power, a strong power, which is going to strengthen them. I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. I know most people say, who strengthens me? But the scripture says, which strengthens me. And so it will strengthen you. This is the beautiful part about challenges. Remember, you are stronger than you think you are. And it's important that you face these challenges because this is how you build your magnificent life and your profitable business, by getting beyond these challenges. Now, in my book, Stronger, I share keys to conquering every challenge. How can you get beyond every single challenge? And of course, in the interest of time, and I did say this was going to be a short podcast. I don't know. I start talking and it just goes on and on, but we won't go that long. When it comes to you conquering your challenge, then one of the things that you can do, or I would say one of the first things, because it's human nature for us to react when we're facing a challenge. Okay. The first thing a lot of people do is they go into reaction mode, but we should do the exact opposite. It may seem counterintuitive, but take a moment to be still. Okay. Because you need to actually hear yourself. You need to hear that still small voice inside you that's going to provide you with some guidance. You see, you are never without a hand up. You are never without a solution. Never, ever. Even if that still small voice tells you to pick up the phone and call someone you haven't talked to in 20 years. Okay, but you actually need their help now. And if that still small voice, I call it the Holy Spirit, if it tells you to pick up that phone and call that person that you haven't talked to in 20 years, and you're thinking, wow, they probably won't take my call, they will most likely take your call. Because at the same time, something is being put into their spirit saying, you know what? Just a memory of you. Okay, so think about that. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to be still. Listen to yourself. Now, here's another reason. Now, in my book, I give 7 keys, but let's talk a little bit about this first one some more. Here's another reason why you want to spend some quiet time with yourself. You want to spend quiet time with yourself because you need to see yourself. You need to see who you are. And my second key, and this is connected to the second key that I shared, you need to see who you are so you can understand the role that you played in, let's say, creating that challenge, bringing that challenge into your life. So the second key is accept the truth about you at that point. The truth about you at that point is, okay, I did something I shouldn't have done, or there was something I should have done that I didn't do. Either way. And so now I need to make this thing right. So now you know the role that you played in creating this challenge and bringing this into your life. The beautiful part about it is because you're now operating in truth. Now with truth comes answers. So you're going to start to get some answers as to how you can overcome this challenge. So this is why I keep saying you are stronger than you think you are, because the answer is in you, meaning there is some kind of guidance that will come forth in you, and all of a sudden you'll get some great ideas. Has that ever happened to any of you guys? I know it's happened to me often. Okay, whenever I gotten into a challenge, every single time, um, I don't know where I learned this from, but instead of me reacting, and there have been times when I've reacted, I have to confess, but instead of me always reacting, I take a minute and like freeze, like a deer does, when a car is coming and they look in the headlights and they just freeze up. And so I freeze for a moment and I think, and then I'll sit down and go, okay, what is going on? What just happened? And so what do I do? What is the best course of action? So I don't just completely just react. Just really quick story as we wrap up here. And this was years ago. And I can remember I was in the military at the time, and I was dating this guy. And so what happened is we were having breakfast together. Okay, so he had his own apartment. And so I had my own apartment and we lived close by. And so I swung by and we were going to have breakfast. But I forgot that I needed to be at work in formation much earlier than normal. Well, I was already late. So when I stopped by his house, we didn't get a chance to eat breakfast. But when I stopped, and I was getting ready to make the breakfast. It was going to be a quick breakfast. And I was getting ready to make the breakfast. I said, oh my goodness, I was supposed to be at work earlier and I'm late. So the first thing, he said, well, what are you going to do? And I said, be quiet. Let me think. Let me think a minute. I need to think. So I froze. Okay. So I could think. So when I say spend quiet time, okay, some challenges require that you spend some time in prayer and meditation and being quiet and listening. But in this case, I had to move a lot faster. But the point is, I took a moment to think, to be still, to be quiet, and to hear, okay, how can you get yourself out of this without getting in trouble? Because in the military, you show up late, well, you could lose some money or lose a rank. And so at this point, I didn't want to lose any rank. So the problem was solved. And guess what? It was really simple. And you guys, it was just as simple as what came to me and said, go and tell the truth. Because I was going to make up a lie, I'll be honest. Because I didn't want to get in trouble. I was in my 20s, so, And something in me said, tell the truth. So I went and of course, I told the truth. And they said, well, you've never been late before. So first and last warning, don't do it again. Okay, so I didn't get in trouble, but that was an easy situation. But what I'm saying to you guys, it is important that you not react, because the reason why you're faced, and that's a small challenge, the reason why you're faced with challenges, and some of us have big challenges, I've had some major ones, but the reason why you're faced with this big challenge at this point in time in your life, and it's because there's something that you need to learn. There's something that you need to understand about you. There's something that's going to cause you to open up and allow your power to flourish so you can see what you're really made of, so you can see how amazing you are. And it's going to boost your confidence. It's going to take you to a whole nother level. And because it's going to make you stronger, when the next challenge comes, you'll recognize what that challenge is about and you're going to flow with it. And be excited about it. Okay, let me rephrase that. You're going to flow with it. You may not be excited about it, but you're going to flow with it with the understanding that there are some lessons in this challenge for you. So listen, you guys, I said I was going to talk about my book, and this is some insights into my book, Stronger, and building your magnificent life and business by overcoming challenges. So this is just some of the insights, but you're going to hear more. And as I said, we're going to do a pre-order, and I've got some really great free gifts that are coming up for you as well. So with that being said, I want you guys to enjoy the weekend, and no matter what, do life with power, because you're built by design to win. Hey, listen, if you're facing a challenge, I want to give you one more suggestion. Take a moment, get a sheet of paper, sit quietly, accept the truth, acknowledge the role that you played, and not about blame. It's about acknowledging the role that you played so you can see. We have to be able to see kind of where some of our weaknesses are so that we can shine some light on that and see, okay, this is why this happened. And so Now you're going to start to get answers. So what's the opposite of that? So you're going to start to get answers as to how you can fix all of that, and where you need help from. Okay. So take a sheet of paper, ask yourself the right questions. What I just shared with you, jot down whatever comes to mind. Don't go and share it with 100 people and ask them what they think. Okay. You're going through the challenge. Give yourself a chance to become stronger.